Here's an example of a really bad chart, and unfortunately, these type of things come up quite frequently in dashboards. We see that it has a title, and it's talking about the things that people struggle with. This gives us a little bit of context, but then it starts to become really confusing as we look at the actual data being presented. One of the things that sticks out the most is the colors that are being used, and we have to ask ourselves, do these colors have any sort of significance? In this case, it's not really clear because it's an orange color and a blue color, and maybe that was just the preference of the person that made it. So on the surface, that's not necessarily bad, but there's not really a legend that's being used. Now, you might not always need that legend because maybe that item that's being displayed, that's descriptive enough. However, both of the different color icons being used are frowny faces. So this is super confusing and we have absolutely no idea what this means. If this chart here is talking about things that people struggle with, wouldn't we expect that there's some frowny faces, maybe some neutral faces, and then some happy faces? So already this is not a good chart. Well, this probably seems obvious to most people out there. That's not really the case because somebody ended up making this chart. The call out here is when you're working with data, you have to be able to communicate that data effectively, otherwise all that hard work is for nothing. Worse, the information that you're communicating could accidentally mislead your stakeholders. So anytime you're building any sort of a chart, whether it be in Tableau, Excel, or even just pivot table data that you're seeing in a spreadsheet, the way you present the data matters. When you pay attention to all the aspects of the work you're doing from the UI standpoint, you're likely going to end up increasing your chances of being an effective communicator.